Heidi, so now we're going to go through the nutrition guidance consultation. So firstly, we're just going to recap on your nutrition-based goals. So your goals was to decrease your total caloric intake and which will assist you in staying into a calorie deficit. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yep. Now, so just below, we're going to highlight your vegetables, fruit, grains, and dairy and lean meat. So currently with your vegetables, you're within a 2 to 3 servings per day, and with the actual foundation diet recommendations for your age group, which is 18 to 51, it's actually a servings of 5. With your fruit, your current servings is 0 to 1, and with the guidelines, so with your age group and your gender for females, it's actually 2. With the grains, your current servings was 2 to 3. With the foundation diet recommendations, it's actually 6. And with the dairy, your current servings was 0 to 1, am I correct? But your foundation diet recommendations is 2.5. And your lean meats, so your current servings was 4 to 5, you said, but the foundation diet recommendations was 2 to 3. So now with your current servings, so the things that don't match is your lean meats. So you actually eat too many of the lean meats. So you said you currently have servings of 4 to 5. So you just want to narrow that down to 2 to 3.
Yeah.
So that's just like 1 to 2 servings less than what you currently do. So that can be maybe just eliminating, if you're eating it 3 times a day, maybe just a portion size. So not relatively like how many times you eat it, just like make the serving size a bit more smaller.
Yeah.
But the food groups that you have 2 less of, so 2 few of, would be your vegetables. So you had you reported 2 to 3 servings, but you needed to increase that to 5 to meet the guidelines, such as the fruit and grains and dairy. So basically the other 4 food groups. So now we're going to go through the discretionary servings.
Yeah.
So I remember you reported saying that you had servings of 10 times per week. Yeah, and what we need to do is actually just decrease that, and that will actually help your goal, which is to lower your caloric intake as a total. So what I've come up with is some strategies for you to meet the actual dietary recommendations, and I'll go explain to you the benefits of actually meeting these guidelines and how you can improve your health and goals. So yeah, like I said at the start, firstly we have to decrease the number of discretionary food groups, and this can be like just replacing your sugary fruit drinks or just like sodas, and just replace it with water. If water isn't something that is palatable for you, something like soda water with fruit flavoring, or things with like no added sugar, or basically just like sweeteners without calories. Also, what we can do is just implement more leafy greens and fruits. This will help you increase your fiber and keep you fuller for longer, so you won't have to snack, and if it's late at night you're trying to go for your discretionary food, you'll try to avoid that, because if you implement fruit and vegetables, you won't really need to eat later on the day, because like the fiber will keep you full. You'll just overall just eat less, which is our main goal. Lastly, with the foundation diet recommendations, we need to add more dairy and whole grain. So dairy is really useful with protein and calcium. So luckily you're young, you wouldn't really need to focus about like osteoporosis and losing muscle mass, because you like within the age of 50, you actually decrease your size of muscle, and that's when you get high risk of osteoporosis. So something that you want to start implementing now is more calcium and protein. And also it just helps increase your like energy levels and your mood. So a better diet, you'll have more time in the gym, and you'll actually tackle your workouts with more energy, and you'll actually feel more accomplished once you've completed all that. So are there any concerns like going forward that might make you, make you have a hard time of you overcoming, your fitness goals?
Yeah, I guess like with increasing like cost of living, and
Yeah.
it might just like be a bit too expensive sometimes to
Yeah.
afford all the right nutrition.
That's actually a really good point. So, if possible, like what I do recommend, so instead of like going to those big chain supermarkets like Coles, Woolworths, it's best as if you get your fresh produce from like the markets, and even if you can get a good deal, probably buy everything in bulk, big batches, whatever's on special, and you can prepare what you need throughout the week before they go stale and go off, and the bulk that you're not using currently, freeze them. I feel like that will actually just help save some money, and whatever you get on special will be fresh in that at that time that you're cooking. So that's probably one thing that I would recommend. And rather than just going on these big chains, I just feel like markets probably have better quality of fruit and vegetables. They'll probably get it sourced more locally as well. And so lastly, you don't require any client referrals, so none of that is going to be applied to you.